Welcome to WWE Girl Talk. I'm Coral.
I'm Ashley.
And today we're reviewing the Smackdown from the 5th of February. I almost said September for some reason.
I was thinking that in my head.
Really?
September. I was like, no, hang on.
So in sync at the moment.
I know. What is wrong with us? It's kind of scary.
It is.
So we started off with Smackdown with Ms. TV. That never happened.
Things like I never do.
I know.
It's like the Chris Jericho highlight reel.
Oh, I know.
Never happens.
Is there that time they promised a Ms. TV on Raw and then on Smackdown they didn't have one? We were like, where is it? Do you remember? They advertised it and then we were like, where is it? Anyway, so Miz come out with Day and Mizdow, and Mizdow had to sit on the outside of the ring because obviously he's now a personal assistant.
And he got told off when they came out on their entrance.
Yeah, for... What's the word for?
Being the crowd pleaser.
Yeah. So as the Miz gets in the ring and starts to speak, the crowd are shouting, "We want Mizdow.
We want Mizdow." Don't we all though?
And then Miz's like, "Mizdow's here. He's sitting right over there as my personal assistant." I thought that was quite good.
Yeah,
actually.
it's good when the Miz like reacts to stuff like that. He's quite clever with all that.
Yeah,
he's good.
He is. He's better when he reacts, I think.
Yeah.
Rather than has script. And then he's like, talking about Fastlane, obviously the match between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. So he's like, let's bring them out. So he first introduces Daniel Bryan comes out. As he's introducing Roman Reigns music comes on, so I interrupt him bringing Roman Reigns out. So as Roman Reigns gets into the ring, before Miz can even say anything, Roman Reigns Superman punches him in the face. Which is what happened last time when he was on Miz TV. Do you remember? They were sitting down in the chairs and all of a sudden Roman Reigns punched him. And we were like, oh, that looked painful.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, because it was like he's really violent. That was before he had his
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when injury, his illness. It's before he was at his goal or something.
No, it was hernia.
Hernia, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't an injury, it's a illness. Well, it's a...
No, he needed surgery on it.
Yeah, but it wasn't an injury, it was more, it's something that just happens.
I thought he did it when he was doing weights. That's how you get hernias.
You can get both things as well.
Oh. Well, he got a hernia.
But yeah.
We all know he got a hernia. So then Roman Reigns is like, why wait till Fastlane? Let's do this now. I can see it in your eyes. You want this now. So they start chucking chairs out of the ring.
I thought Daniel Bryan was going to hit Roman Reigns with the chair. I was like, yeah.
And then Seth Rollins comes out with JJ Security and he's like,
ruins the moment.
This isn't happening now. You've got a match with me later, Daniel Bryan and JJ Security. And he basically said to Roman Reigns, you didn't want me to win on Raw because you know you can't beat me, and you had to interrupt to let Daniel Bryan win. Basically, that's all that was said really. But it was to introduce the main event, which is rubbish. JJ Security, Seth versus Daniel Bryan, and
Kane will probably show up. Does Kane show up? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I haven't seen it yet.
Kane does show up.
See? Predictable.
Then we have an advertisement, and then we cut to backstage with Renee, and she's talking to The Miz, and he's like, I'm going to set an open challenge to Roman Reigns. How dare he Superman punch me type thing. So then there's a match between Miz and Roman Reigns later, which I thought was quite random.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
I'm not sure how that's going to work.
It doesn't. But I thought it's quite cool that The Miz got to wrestle someone that's a bit more high profile rather than Sin Cara. Yeah. It's like, okay, well that's quite nice for him to have a bit of a push.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't had a main event in years. That just
it's not a main event though.
No, I mean like a main person in years.
Oh, I see.
Like a headliner, because obviously he did main event. Was it John Cena who did it with?
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah, he did that. He can't remember it, can he? That's crazy. It's a lot darker. It's weird. But he hasn't done anything like that. Really,
for a while.
Yeah.
So then we had a match. It's Goldust and Stardust versus Dolph Ziggler and Ryback. And Dolph Ziggler's got a cute little belt, and the little guy, because obviously Ryback's got the big guy belt.
But they probably using both their taglines, like, because they were like, we're too good to. Dolph's line, I can't remember what it is.
We're gonna beat Goldust and Stardust because we're that damn good, was it?
Something like that. But yeah, they used that.
And then Ryback's like, feed us more or something.
Yeah, it was kind of cute.
It was.
In a sense. I'm not sure how I feel about this tag.
That reminded me of like two little kids pretending to be tag teams. That's what that reminded me of. You know when they're like, you're like 5 years old and you're messing around. That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I'm not sure. It worked. It strangely did work. It did work. But I don't know if I want to see Dolph as a tag team. Like,
in the long term type.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a long career ahead of him, so he's got a long time to profile himself as a single competitor as well. But I feel like they've pushed him up for so long, and then they've got nothing for him to do anymore. I mean, it makes sense for him to go tag team, but I don't think I like it. But we are losing tag teams at the moment, so.
Yeah, and Coral was saying it would then bring the Authority into the tag teams, which is not what we really want. So.
I mean, it'll bring JJ Security in there, but the fact that the Authority are against them too, it'll ruin the tag team stuff at the moment, I reckon.
Yeah.
Unless it stays to the side, but I don't see that happening.
So yeah, the match itself was actually pretty good, to be fair. It was quite long as well, which is quite nice. Yeah. And there was some nice tag team moves in there from Dolph Ziggler and Ryback. There was one where Ryback did, I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called.
The one where he puts them on their knee.
Yeah, there's a term for it, but I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. And then Dolph Ziggler got drop kicked him, which was quite nice.
It's weird how the single competitors are getting better tag moves. They got better tag moves than like Goldust and Stardust, Miz and Mizdow. Like I mean, look at Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, and look at how well Ryback and Dolph Ziggler did. I mean, I think I prefer Ryback as a tag.
Yeah, he's got more personality, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's weird, but I don't like Ryback on his own. But they did kind of work together. I think because you didn't have to purely just focus on Ryback. Yeah. But
they did do this amazing move where they're both like.
They're like. And then Dolph was like, woo. At the same time, Ryback was like,
he's like, I'm not gonna like walk around, but I will move my shoulders. He's like, I'll shoulder twerk for you, babe. Yeah. And they kind of just went, boom. Yeah. And then Ryback was like, boom. Yeah. He just kind of falls on people. Yeah. So do that again, and off the second turnbuckle, he just like fell on the Stardust.
It doesn't jump. He just kind of goes, woo.
Yeah. It's quite entertaining. And then Goldust and Stardust had some issues. Goldust wanted the tag, but Stardust just wasn't paying attention. And then he started calling him Cody, and that's when Stardust was like, that's it, I'm leaving. So he left.
Do not call me Cody.
Stardust left him to defend himself, and then that's when Dolph and Ryback won. So yeah.
See, Gold and Stardust are just fucking themselves over.
But I quite like the continuity of that going on as this new elements were in. That's quite nice to see. But it didn't overshadow it all. Like it was very subtle, which is good.
Yeah.
We then had Curtis Axel come out, and he was talking about how he's still in the Royal Rumble.
I should be headlining WrestleMania. What? You haven't been there like half the weeks. Everyone's forgotten about you. You're not Ryback anymore. Ryback has moved on. He's with Dolph now. So get over it. Right, you've barely been there, and now you think you've got a place in friggin' WrestleMania. You don't even do pre-show.
Yeah. It's quite funny though.
Oh yeah,
it's quite funny. But yeah.
But do you know what I said? What's funny? He's got better mic skills than Roman Reigns.
He does. His mic skills are pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean I think they did kind of try and push him a long time ago. It makes no sense why he's got this kind of slight little feud with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, because then he had a match with Dean Ambrose after he had a bit of a chat.
Yeah, like Dean keeps coming up, but yet Dean's going after the Intercontinental with that. Unless Dean wins the Intercontinental, because my money's on Dean winning it, and then Curtis Axel goes for it, because I reckon they want to put Bad News Barrett with John Cena.
Or maybe Curtis Axel will win Money in the Bank, but he won't go for the heavyweight, he'll go for the Intercontinental against Dean.
Maybe.
That'd be quite cool.
They do seem to want to push Curtis Axel at the moment, but I don't understand why Curtis Axel ain't going against Eric Rowan.
Yeah, that's why I actually eliminated him.
Yeah, because he's the person who stopped him from going in the Royal Rumble. Yet no word of it. Like, Dean Ambrose has a storyline with Bad News Barrett, yet Eric Rowan has got nothing.
Yeah.
Apart from I've been thinking about myself. Like, there's a feud there. There's a feud there, and they're not using it.
But it kind of brings down Eric Rowan a little bit, don't it?
Yeah, but at the same time, it feels like they're trying to push Axel anyway.
But the thing is, it's very easy to bring Eric Rowan down to that level, whereas Dean Ambrose is so hard because he's a crowd favourite to bring him down that it would never happen like that. It would ultimately push Curtis Axel up, which I think is why that might be why they're going with it.
But the thing is, it makes no sense. Dean and Bray had a headline slot at TLC. They had headline at TLC. Bray's got like no friggin' storyline. He owned Royal Rumble. I'm not being funny, but he owned it, and that is all he's done. And then Dean's just done nothing.
Pointless.
Yeah, it's like
because he was like in the Authority shit like a minute ago, and now he's not in it again. So.
Yeah, he's done like literally. He had a headline and then nothing.
Anyway, they had this match.
Yeah.
And it was something really to point out, to be honest, because Axel dominated quite a bit.
Yeah, he dominated quite a bit, but I think it made it a bit obvious that Dean was then going to win. I don't think they're going to let Dean lose, because obviously he lost so much to Bray.
Yeah, well, it's obvious he's going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Like, he gets Curtis Axel, let's be honest. So yeah, then I think they need to bring Curtis Axel up in a different way.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing him with Dean if they pushed Curtis Axel, like had matches and made himself
if there was a reason for it. And
yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense that we're continuously getting Dean and Curtis Axel, and then we've got like Bad News Barrett just like, oh, I'm feuding with Dean. It's like, well, you kind of not.
So yeah, Dean and Ambrose won, and then Bad News Barrett appeared on screen. It's Bad News Zone, which I was taking, which is BNZ, which is obviously a copy of TMZ, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And there was like little bits at the bottom. Did you see the headline scrolling at the bottom?
No.
It was like, oh, it tells bad news around the world, and there's stuff like, oh, my cat's gone missing in Naples, Italy. I was like watching it the other day, and I was like, that's quite funny. So he's basically like, I've got some bad news for you, Dean. You're like not worthy of a championship match. You're not going to get one. It's obvious he's going to get one. It's
like,
not really.
That's going to be Fastlane.
Yeah.
Dean's going to win.
It's not really going to be Bad News Barrett's call.
No.
It's whoever's in the authority's call, really.
Yeah.
But I don't think Dean's going to win it at Fastlane. No, I think it'd be a WrestleMania thing.
I don't know, I feel like they want to. I feel like Dean needs a purpose, and that's the only thing that's going to give him a purpose. Because he was Intercontinental once, wasn't he?
No, US.
US. Well, this is time for Intercontinental.
What about Bray? He hasn't had a championship, has he?
Yeah. He might have had one briefly. I don't think he has though.
He needs one. Let's give him one.
Let's give him heavyweight.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's be quite good actually.
Give him world heavyweight.
I quite like a bit of Bray recently.
I love Bray.
You can call me Bray.
You can call me Bray. It was just about he came to the camera. It's like, you can call me Bray.
That's his like Tinder chat line. He first initiates conversation.
You can call me Bray.
So we had a match. It was Fandango versus Adam Rose, and there was problems already before Adam Rose even got in the ring.
But I like before the commentators went, they've never dropped Adam Rose, so it made it obvious that the second they did that,
they were good. The Rose dropped Adam Rose on his trustful, and Adam Rose is quite angry about this. So he literally just started beating people up.
He beat all the men up, not the women.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Gentlemen.
What gentlemen? If you, those of you that might not have caught that on camera, Coral said, what gentlemen? Yeah, so then he had a bit of a bitch fit, and Adam Rose was kind of just standing on the apron shouting at the women. And then that's when Fandango was like, I'm fed off waiting for you now. So he like pulled him into the ring over the top rope.
Talking about Fandango, Rosa can't even walk with her hands in the air. Right, so they've changed the opening a little bit, and because they didn't show the whole thing, I think they've shortened it a bit. And Fandango does this whole, and then he goes like, Rose is going, like she's still being dragged along by him. She's only got her hand on his shoulder.
That's so true. He's still like dragging along, going, okay, calm the fuck down now.
She can't do anything. And he's like grinding on the ropes like, oh, she can't even do stuff like that. It's just,
it's ridiculous.
She's just in the middle again.
It looks like a 4-year-old dancing.
It does! I've seen 4-year-olds dance better than her.
So anyway, we had this match. I thought it was actually pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're quite
it had quite a lot of nice, it had a good time limit as well, I think.
Yeah, it weren't too short.
No.
And it weren't too long either, because you know it's like, it was quite a good time limit. Adam Rose dominated just slightly. There was this great move that Adam Rose did where he like was on the apron. He then picked Fandango up. Adam Rose jumped down onto the side, but he dropped Adam Rose onto the edge of the apron.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but the fact to actually get him on the apron, I mean, they're both quite big.
Yeah, like to not like
to drop it.
Yeah,
I think it took a little bit of skill. I think.
Yeah, to like jump down and drop someone like that.
Yeah,
it was actually go and watch it. You'll see what we mean.
Because the thing is with them two, they're both controlled by their gimmicks, and they don't need them.
No,
they're actually generally good wrestlers, and I generally think they're better than some of the people that are up there. So I think they just need to get rid of them gimmicks, and that'd be great. I think that'd be brilliant. I mean, it looks like Adam Rose is getting rid of his Rosebud soon anyway.
Yeah, good.
We just need to get rid of Rosa.
Yeah. So maybe like Adam Rose could steal her.
Yeah.
They could have a feud like that.
What happened to the Rosebuds like New Day?
Oh, I know. Where are New Day?
Yeah. But also, where's the bunny?
Where's Mark Henry?
Where's Sheamus? Where's Bo Dallas?
Where's Paul Heyman?
Where's Randy Orton?
Where is everyone? Seriously.
Where's Paul Heyman?
So yeah, back to the match. Sorry, keep diverting.
Yeah, where is Mark Henry?
Yeah, he had that match with Ryback and he's not come back.
Yeah, but have you noticed? Right, Curtis Axel has been there. The bunny has not.
Yeah, we know who the bunny is.
Yeah. I just need to see him do a bunny spur.
Yeah.
And maybe this.
Oh yeah, some humping.
Yeah, just need to see what that was like.
Maybe it was Stardust. He humps.
I don't know. I feel like they're a bit taller than him. The screen's crashing, I was like...
Anyway, so Fandango won, but he did his like leg drop off the top rope. He flies high like, and far.
Yeah.
It's really good actually, but it looks really painful. Like,
He's like really quick though, didn't he?
Yeah,
It was good.
it was good.
It's good. It's a good little match.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the Smackdown so far.
Yeah.
Some good little matches going on, but that's what I like because it's not like all the main people. It's
that's why SmackDown's
mid-card
so
people.
good. Yeah.
And they're the better ones, to be fair.
They are. I think it's because we also don't see them 24/7 as well, so it's nice.
Yeah.
Not seeing the same moves every 5 minutes.
So true.
But yeah.